And right now it's time to put it all together, and I'm gonna tell you what to do from now on. I'm gonna give you a few tips as well, and we are gonna wrap it up. So let's see, what do we have finally. So first of all, I'm gonna provide you with a little bit of a summary. Okay, so first of all, it's really important to start by learning how to identify the trend, because again, the trend stays at the foundation of every strategy. And if you cannot identify a trend, if you cannot read simple higher highs, lower lows, higher lows, and lower highs as well, then you're definitely having a lot of work to do. Okay, so if you still struggle with that, make sure to focus on that first. Okay, and then go on to the other things. Then we have to identify the characteristics of the three types of markets. Remember, uptrend, downtrend, and consolidation. Make sure to train your eyes to spot the trends for seconds. Okay, just open your chart and you should be able to see it, right? The most important formations are the next that we have to learn: double tops, double bottom, break and retest, and market structure shift formation. Document as many examples for each of them as possible. Okay, so as I told you just in the previous lecture, during the back testing, you should be going to the markets right now and finding those formations. Don't do really back testing. Don't try to trade. Just try to spot those formations, to train your eyes, document them, journal them, write them down, and on to the next one. Okay, because that is how you build experience, and this is how you train your eyes. That is super important. Okay, then we pay a little bit of attention to the candlestick details. Okay, so most importantly, the three types of candles. Remember: pressure, indecision, and rejection. Identify what kind of candlesticks work best for you around the areas of interest. For example, if you have a 4-hourly lower high, then on the hourly time frame, what are the candles looking like? How do they start to reject? Does it show indecision? Does it show rejection? Does it show pressure in the opposite direction? And then actually we go to the 50-minute time frame, for example, to pick an entry using some of the formations, or again, a simple break and retest. Okay, then we have to pick our time frames and give each time frame a task, and we have to practice doing top-down analysis. So again, this comes to the back testing practice that I told you. When you see a 4-hourly lower high, then drop a time frame lower. What does it look like? Then drop a time frame lower. How can I enter? And this is how you do. This is how you practice top-down analysis, being mindful of the higher time frame, being mindful of the middle time frame, which can actually go in the opposite direction. So what you can also do is, after seeing a lower low, for example, on the 4-hourly, you can drop to the 1-hourly and try to take longs to go against the trend. Can you do this? How can you do this? Again, it's all about exploring those details. Okay, then you have to answer a few important questions. Which pairs am I going to trade? At what time am I going to trade? What is my trading window? Remember, how much am I going to risk? Here we go to the risk management part. Okay, how much am I going to risk per trade? How much am I going to risk per week? How much am I willing to lose per week and per day? Set your limits. It's super, super, super important. All right. And of course, what profits am I satisfied with per day, per week, so that you can actually cut trading once you're doing good. Again, this sounds a little bit stupid. Why would I cut trading when I'm winning? Because exactly when you're winning, you're most vulnerable to losing, because your confidence is over the moon. And what I also do with my members in the community, I keep them accountable. So if I see that somebody's having an amazing week, I'm always keeping in touch with them, because I've seen from experience as well with other people that if you have a good week, maybe start great on Monday, maybe do some great stuff on Tuesday, Wednesday is gonna take all of your profits back, because your confidence goes to the moon. Okay, and you actually need a mentor to manage you with that, right? And then finally, we had a look at the type of entries. Which type of entries resonate with you more? Okay, examine them, backtest them, go to your charts, see how you can enter. What pattern resonates most with me? What kind of entry resonate most with me, right? Do I want to enter with limits? Do I want to enter with stop orders? Or maybe I am more of an instant execution guy. Do I enter after a candlestick formation? What kind of candlestick formation do I wait for on the 15 minutes? All right, which one works best for you? It's all that stuff that you have to examine carefully and by yourself. All right, and finally, the next steps, what you can do. Rewatch the content again. So I have a rule, usually with books as well, and with courses that I have learned, and with a lot of things, the 3 times rule. Okay, so first time you just watch something or you read something for pleasure. You just go through it, you read it, and you enjoy it, and you relax on it. Okay, the second time you take notes. That is when you're kind of aware of the content, and then you take notes. Okay, and then the third time you actually have your notes, you watch it again or read it again, consult with your notes, and even write more. Because from experience, I can also tell you all the courses that I have done and all the books that I've read, the more you read, the more you extract. The more you watch, every single time you're gonna grab something little. Okay? Because at the beginning, it's all like a big influx of information, right? And you might not possibly grasp those little details, because trading is all about little details. Okay? Then start backtesting and document a big sample of trades, maybe 50 to 100 trades. Okay? Evaluate your performance. How did you go? What went well? What went bad? This is really important that you journal, of course. What could be improved? What can you do? Okay, what kind of rule can you introduce in order to avoid that loss that you had? Or not the loss that you had, because losses are super important, but let's say you have 10 losses that are playing out in exactly the same way. Okay, maybe you enter after a bearish engulfing formation, and 10 times out of 20 you're stopped out after this. So maybe you can reflect on that. Am I going to enter a bearish engulfing, or am I going to wait for a retest and potentially an indecision candle where I can base a stop order? Okay, make sure to do this. Introduce new rules to your plan and rinse and repeat again. And again, as you can see, backtest again and see if there are any improvements after your first session. So again, backtest 50 trades, review them, reflect on them, introduce new improvements, introduce new rules, go for it again. Sometimes you can actually take exactly the same trades, but actually remove, not remove, but apply your new rules that you introduced to your trading plan, right? Of course, if you have any specific questions, contact me. Say you have gone through the whole course, but something is not clear for you. Okay, but be specific. Okay, be specific what exactly you want to know. I will be there to help you. I promise. Again, if you are a beginner, start with a demo account first. After you have backtested, start with demo. Just grab a demo and start trading. Okay, or if you really want to train your emotions, I always recommend starting with 100 to 500, mainly 500, because 500 is the best, because again, you can calculate your risk. You should be adhering to strict risk management, while with 100, you can't do this. You just have to take 0.01, and it's not pretty nice, right? So at least try to save up 500 if you really want to kind of become an A2 trader, or yeah, I think it was A2 that actually trades, or actually B trader. You can take it to B as well, depending on your capital. Then see how it goes for 1 to 2 months and reevaluate again. And of course, there is a process towards successful trading. First of all, you gain experience. You backtest, you look at the markets, you journal, you document, you look at the formations, you rewatch the course. Then you have reflection. You reflect on everything that you have did, okay, that you have done. How do you reflect on your backtesting sessions? What kind of improvements later can you introduce? Okay, then you improve after you reflect. Okay, this is what I do, a daily reflection, and a weekly reflection, and a monthly reflection. Okay, so how did I behave today? What can I improve? How did I behave this week? How was my productivity? How was my trading? How was I feeling during our trades? And we, of course, all of this, we have all of that in the community, and I keep everyone accountable about this. Because it's not just about teaching somebody a strategy, that is fine, but it's about looking after them. Okay? And after the improvement, you repeat. And after you repeat, again, experience, reflection, improvement. Repeat. Experience, reflection, improvement. Repeat it again. All right? And yeah, and finally, my biggest tip will be to join the Fanatic family, because there is so much more to learn. Okay, there are so many other details. There are a lot of rules that you can implement that is gonna save you a lot of time if you really backtest on your own. You can see how I backtest, how other members backtest. You can see all of their results and everything. You're gonna receive also every single day daily analysis just before London Open. So you will actually be seeing me trade live, analyze the markets live, and I'm going to review every single trade of yours during our weekly webinars and workshops, and of course Sunday boot camps as well, which we introduced very recently. So again, I always say I take care of my members. I just don't tell them, okay, study the strategy and that's it. I look after them, I check for their updates, I see how their progress is going, and I'm really, really, really dedicated to that, right? Because it's my passion to help others, and I really see great fulfillment when I see them succeed. Okay, and I already have a few funded traders as well that are doing great, and it's just such a pleasure to see them succeed for me, and I can't wait to do that with you as well. And again, a little gift from me if you stayed up until now. If you use this little code right there, free10, you're gonna get 10% off depending on the plan you choose. All right, so you are right now in the platform, so you just have to go to the home page. If you pick a plan, you can enter that code and you're gonna get a little gift from me. And I really wish to see you in the Fanatic family, because we are growing, we are really bonded, we're really connected. And if you're lacking somebody actually to look after you, or if you're lacking to talk to somebody, to a team of traders that trade the same way, and to of course really take your trading to the next level, I definitely think it's worth it. All right, and again, if you have any questions, my email is always open, my Telegram is open, Instagram, whatever you can find me, I will make sure to answer. It might take a little bit time, but yeah, right now I'm gonna wrap it up. And of course, if I think of something else to introduce, I will keep adding value, maybe from your feedback as well to the course. I will keep introducing new things as well and provide you with even more value, because I'm all about this. I wanna help, and yeah. Okay, so that is for me, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave me some feedback if you did. I always appreciate hearing your feedback, and I wish you good luck on your trading. Trade safe, follow your plan, and make sure to again go through that process. Experience, reflect, improve, and repeat it again. That is from me. I really hope you appreciate it. And right now it's time for hard work.